Today on Pop Culture Minefield. This is how it is today. This is how it is today on Pop Culture Minefield.
Looks like it's just us today.
Apparently.
No Pope, no Joe. Well,
Pojo.
I have some Joe.
Nice.
I have a bottle of Joe. So who's all here right now? Looks like I saw Snorty and Tom. Sasha Fred is here. Good morning, guys. Unity, they were both used in this movie. And of course, he made robots in the Stepford Wives. They're up there. Oh yeah, Patrick O'Neill. Yeah, he was one of the other cast members in the film who actually served in the military. So you got I don't know, it's I think the director is just really a good director, Andrew Davis, that he can make Steven Seagal look good.
Yeah. Yes.
Because Seagal, like so many people, man, got too big too quick, and boy, got a fucking attitude, and it destroyed him, destroyed his career. Hell, I would say it even fucked up his life because now he lives in Russia. He eats carrots in Russia. That's referencing that. Who is clicking?
Must be Anima.
Enema, your mic is picking up every click. Just letting you know.
Oh, that's weird. It shouldn't do that. Hold on.
So, yeah, he's talking about the Stepford Wives, which we brought up the other day. As Catherine Ross was in it, and we were talking about her career. In Harm's Way, yeah, great film. You know, the prolific actor, and he was in probably one of the scariest episodes or segments of the Night Gallery. He's a guy with arachnophobia, and nobody believes him that there's a spider that's getting bigger in his apartment. It ends up getting him. He's just a good actor. And of course, he died like 2 years after this. It got movie also got 2 nominations, which is unheard of for a Seagal film. But again, I credit that to Andrew Davis, who's just very good at what he does. And even though at the time he made it sound like he wanted to work with Seagal again, he was very trepidatious to work with him because he found him difficult on the first film they made together. It was even worse this time. Which is why he didn't come back for the sequel.
Oh man, that sequel. That sequel was something else.
Yeah, I went to the theater to see that, and I
Yeah.
really regretted that. I'm like, man, I could have gone and seen something else. And
The,
my
the,
boss was in it. My boss is in both movies.
I
You gonna
only
say something?
noticed
Oh.
I only noticed this time because once I saw this one, I said, "Well, that happened, and it's not bad, but I don't see me watching it again." So in this second run, I said, "Oh my god, that's the skipper!"
Yeah, Seagal's just, he's just full of shit. Is really what he is. But I will say that he personally was the one, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, to ask for my boss to be in the movie. Yeah,
Yeah, he wanted him as his boss or ex-boss.
yeah, he made it sound like he was the one who chose to kill his character off. No, it was decided he was out of the film. They killed him because he kept physically fucking with people. He's a bully. I don't like Seagal. I used to like him until I found out what he was as a person.
He knows what he's doing though when he's fighting. It just looks good. Not all of it makes sense, but
Well, he's doing something that doesn't exist in Aikido. He's doing strikes.
Yeah.
Aikido traditionally doesn't have strikes. It's like judo. It's all about using the energy of your opponent against them, and it's for throws and quick takedowns. And it was created for samurai to use if they become disarmed to be able to fight an armed opponent. Hey, Meth. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, Mev, happy Jewish New Year to you, man.
oh, I didn't know that's today. Happy New Year then.
Yeah.
Bro.
Well, like I said, he died because, and he
Mm.
made it sound like he made that decision that for me to be in this film, I wanted to die early, and it's like it's not true, you liar. He's a big old fibber face. They killed him off because he was fucking with other members of the cast.
Russell?
No, he pissed Russell off. I know that, but he didn't fuck with Kurt Russell. But he fucked with. I mean, I don't really care. I don't like Leguizamo. I think he's a fucking little turd. But he apparently came on the set saying that he was in charge, blah blah blah, this that, and he just chuckled and thought, it's like, is this guy for real? And fucking apparently, Seagal body slammed him into a wall.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's so Seagal.
yeah. And he had a bad reputation with stuntmen because he would go out of his way to hurt them
What the fuck?
because he wanted to look so realistic that he would hurt them, and he would actually
What an asshole.
make contact with kicks and punches.
How did he get away with that?
Well, he's living in Russia.
But now, but
Oh no, he
Average
he
Joe's is what you're talking about, Slasher Fred. Yeah, he
oh
Martin.
no, he hits he didn't went to all to the bottom as in a fall. He was falling off a ladder. He was hitting low point after low points.
Yeah, pretty much after '95, Seagal's career was over.
Yeah, he has to go and become become a policeman. That
Well,
didn't last too long.
yeah, that was weird. No, he fucked up and should have gone straight. The studio, Warner, wanted a sequel to this movie, and he put it off and said no, he wanted to make his movie that he would direct called Fire Down Below, which I joked was sounds like it's about an STD.
Yeah, that immediately
And,
popped into my mind. I'm sorry.
Because I'm a combat medic, and I'm like, Fire Down Below. Maybe you should get some penicillin for that.
That was the sequel.
And it's a terrible film. I couldn't believe he got Michael Caine in that. Michael Caine with dark dye in his hair. It's really a weird movie. Weird fucking movie. And I just I get it. He wanted to show that he had directing chops, and he doesn't. He wanted to get a chance to work with some great talent, and he got to. But by doing that, it made it put off a good schedule for Under Siege 2. And Under Siege 2 is actually another film, Dark Passage, and then it became Under Siege 2. And then they panicked last minute with all the fucking shit going on, because he was fucking with the edits too. Seagal was, and that movie is just a fucking mess from beginning to end. He put himself in the middle of everything on that film, and it just tanked. The movie was just fucking awful. And what's worse is it impacted 2 other movies, because Speed 2 was supposed to be on a train, and Die Hard 3 was supposed to be on a boat. And so it fucked everything up for Speed 2. So Speed 2 went to a boat, which fucked up Die Hard 3. And it's just, there you go.
Oh, Die Hard 3 was awesome. I may be thankful for that movie. Oh my God. Under Siege 2 changing the course for Die Hard, because Die Hard 3 was awesome.
Yeah, I think that it did well by doing what it did, making its changes and making it a heist in the city with the brother.
And a buddy movie.
Yeah, it becomes a buddy movie, and it has probably one of the funniest fucking jokes they wouldn't do today, where he had to stand out on the street.
Yeah.
A sign on. So in the end, I think it did well for Die Hard 3, but it did not work for Speed 2. Speed 2 is just awful on the boat. And one of the dumbest things I've ever seen, a computer command, when he's like, when do you want the bomb to go off? He types in now. Well, that's not an integer. Now is a concept. And a computer wouldn't know what to do with the word now. Like now or now or now or now. It would be infinite.
That's so
now.
stupid.
It's like, it was so dumb. It was so dumb. A complete waste of talent. Keanu saw the writing on the wall and went, yeah, I'm out. And so Jason Patrick came in. And that was not good for his career. That hurt him. And oddly, I was surprised that Sandra Bullock got a career after that. The only person I think it had zero damage to is Willem Dafoe, because nobody really remembers him in that movie. It's that forgettable film.
It's Willem Dafoe. He's untouchable.
Which, by the way, Die Hard 3 also has Graham Greene in it. If you didn't know that.
I'm trying to.
I didn't.
What was he? One of the truckers?
I don't remember what he was. I just know he's in the movie. I haven't seen that movie since it came out. So I thought I'd share this with you because I talked to Dale Dye, and he sent me this information. He actually sent me information if we ever do the sequel film, which I don't think we will. He sent me info on that one. So I got this. Under Siege, lead actor and martial artist Steven Seagal was responsible for me being cast as his commanding officer in this popular action film. When we met, he indicated he was a fan of my roles as a military man and told his producers to hire me on sight unseen. I didn't get in on much of the action, but I did get some good screen time as Navy SEAL Captain David Garza, Seagal's former CEO, who vouches for his character. I spend most of the time issuing orders via radio phone during Seagal's fight against the brutal terrorist played by Tommy Lee Jones. In the film, the action nominally takes place aboard battleship USS Missouri, which was headed back to dry dock when it and its complement of nuclear-tipped missiles were captured by the bad guys. It was a good role and led to a spot in its sequel. Captain Dale Dye, USMC, retired. And that was kind of fun getting that from him. He had to go in for a bunch of medical stuff. Otherwise, he would have joined us today.
Oh, that would have been so cool. I love having him on.
Graham Greene was one of the cops in the district. That makes more sense than a trucker. Dorothy was the first to include a female antagonist. The first two movies had mostly all male antagonists. So it was already getting the DEI to touch up. All right. I remember it being good. That's all I remember. I actually liked it. I liked the first film. The second was okay. I mean, it was fun, but I didn't think it was all that great. And then the third one, I was like, well, that's a step up. And then it all went downhill after that. So, Andy Morrow is here, Read by
Yes.
Nature. So, hi, guys.
Tom Baker, Tommy Lee Jones was a household name way before this.
Yeah, Tommy was a known actor, but this film helped his career. And there's no question that this movie led straight to him getting the part of U.S. Marshal Gerard in The Fugitive. And in fact, this movie is what got Harrison Ford to agree to sign on, because he wasn't sure if he wanted to play the character and he wanted to see one of Davis's films. So he watched this one and he liked it. He liked the action. He liked the way it was set up. He says, yeah, I'm in. And that's a true story.
Also, Tommy Lee Jones is the true star of this movie. He outplayed him by far. He is so good.
Well, he's in more of the movie than Seagal is.
It's not
Seagal
just
is only
that.
in between 45 and 50 minutes of the movie.
It's superior acting, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
He
yeah.
plays
Well,
it
was
so
that a
well.
good? Well, they say an action film is only as good as its villain,
He's great.
and he's fantastic in that role. I mean, when he goes on that diatribe about movement, he says, "That's right. That's why it's called a movement, because a movement ends. This is a revolution, which keeps on going, baby." And he tricks him. It's Die Hard on a ship. He tricks him into thinking that it's all about this revolution, which really it's about money.
Yep. And they make them all believe that he was doing that in retaliation because they have tried to off him. But no, he had that plan in motion well before. Because he stole that sub in previous mission.
You got to that's a wrong character, but I know what you mean. Yeah, he gets on the ship. Tommy Lee Jones gets on the ship by playing a rock star in a band. And what is his character's name? I forget his character's fucking name.
Branix.
Yeah, Brennix. That's the guy's name.
No.
Casey Ryback
Stranix.
is Seagal's character.
Stranix is the thing.
Okay, stop talking.
Fuck off.
It was down for Steve. What's this? It was down for Steven and up for Tommy from here on. Well, and it would have been up for Seagal too if he hadn't been an asshole. Now, Tommy Lee Jones is not an asshole. He has a bad reputation of being cranky And I personally get it. But when he made this movie, he was still kind of climbing up that hill. Okay. And so he did that interview with that chick from Texas. God, I can't fucking stand her. She asked some of the worst fucking questions I've ever heard in my life. And
Worst interviewer ever.
oh, she's terrible. And he was being so polite to her and taking the interview where it needed to go, even though she wasn't asking the questions to get him there. He just guided the interview. And man, she's just a fucking idiot. She really is. I love these shots. This is actually the USS Missouri you see at the beginning and at the end. The rest of the film is mostly the Alabama. Some people get the misunderstanding that all of the below deck stuff was shot inside the Alabama. It's like, no, that's the sound stage. It was done at a hangar near the location of the ship, the Alabama. And the Alabama are actually two different styles of battleships, but with the editing, you don't notice it. There is a tactical mistake in this film that annoys me when I watch it. And it has to do with the 20 millimeter Gatling gun, which is part of the CIWS systems that are on naval ships and been on there since really the 80s. And they show it. It's pretty much still the same modern system that it's got an automatic computerized targeting system that it tracks a target and continues firing until it destroys it. It can destroy missiles. It can destroy fighters. It'll destroy anything in the air. And if aimed at the surface of the water, it'll probably destroy ships too. But the phalanx gun is shown in the film because it's what's used to shoot down the fighter that flies by the ship once the terrorists have taken over. But then they show them launching those rockets with the nuclear tips towards Pearl Harbor. And I'm like, every single ship in that harbor has the same gun system. But you kind of forget that. They've already shown that in the film. And it's just basically it's a technical fuck up on their part. It's like, conveniently, forget we showed you that gun and how it works as we send this nuclear missile in.
They have a couple of fuck ups. Like they show gas ovens in the kitchen, and that would not happen on a ship like that.
Not on a ship, no.
No. Way too
No,
dangerous.
anything that requires fuel is a bad thing to have on a ship. It's all electric. And by the way, they actually did the microwave time bomb correctly in this, because what they do is they have a timer. He has it set to start. So when you hear it beeping, that's the microwave on a timer telling it to start the microwave, and then it explodes. This is real footage of the retirement of the USS Missouri. I think it's great. They found a way to intermix real footage with
Well, that
the
happened
movie.
at the time where they shot the movie.
Yeah, it was shot.
was
It all took
91.
place around the same time. Perfect timing. Now the Alabama is actually docked, and so they had to build a giant black screen that floated around one side or on the other side of the deck, on the dock side, and or port side, and in order to black out the city in the background, to make it look like they're out in the middle of the ocean. There's
so
another
well
good
done.
actor. By the way, right there, Miss July '89 is actually using truth within the film, because what's her name? Erica, what is her name?
Eleniak.
Eleniak, that's her name. She was actually Playboy Playmate July 1989. And so it's just funny that her character is based on her. There's the guy that I fucking love right there. Everybody know if you don't know him as Dean Chavez in Clear and Present Danger, man. He's my favorite actor to ever play Dean Chavez. And he played him correctly too. Now Glenn is God, he's a lot of these guys ended up sticking with Andrew Davis and being in the movie The Fugitive. He's one of them. And just a good actor. He almost always plays military or law enforcement. He played the best known characters. He played the general in the Transformer film, Dark of the Moon. Yeah, God, Seagal cannot fucking act to save his life.
However, this is one of his most uncommon characters. Well, characters.
He's just a lowly cook. Lowly cook. He does the little fingers gesture for her.
His character is just so weird.
Believe me,
Yeah.
he's the most likable character he has ever played.
Yep.
I didn't like his movies because, oh man, his character
Now-
are assholes always.
Early on, Liniak, she said that he behaved himself, was gentlemanly with her, but other members of the cast, including Gary Busey, fucking hated Seagal. And Tommy Lee Jones both had negative things to say about him later. But you can't do that when the movie's coming out.
No, you need to promote it.
Back then, actors understood it's not about what I feel and think right now. It's about promoting the movie. Actors don't know that anymore. They forget that shit. And that's why you end up with people like Ziegler and others that just fucking run their mouths like they're idiots.
Because they are idiots.
And ironically, she took the role after Pamela Anderson balked or was rejected because she refused to sleep with Seagal. Would you think, oh, well, good on her. She's got some class. But then she sleeps with Tommy Lee, and I'm like, ah.
Yeah, at least she married him.
Still. Troy Evans is in this too. He's another regular. And he often plays military or cops. They're usually old and out of shape cops. He's the police chief. It's a great role. He plays the police chief in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. He plays one of the cops in Demolition Man with Stallone. Yeah, he's a good actor. I really like him. I always felt bad for Erica Eleniak because she's so pretty and looks good on camera, but can't act worth a shit. That's why she and Pamela Anderson both ended up on Baywatch.
Yeah, because you just needed big tits to make it to that show.
Yeah.
No acting required. Just look good.
By the way, the redheaded officer that was giving him some shit a little bit ago is also plays the villain, one of the villains in the Call of Duty reboots games.
Yeah.
Here's another guy. I'm sorry, what?
He's the general that betrayed them, the whole unit.
Yep. So if
And
you
he
don't
was in
recognize,
Star Trek. Sorry.
yep, that's okay. The guy in the middle there, I paused so you could say whatever you're going to say. The guy in the middle there, redheaded, another redhead, You might know him because he was in both The Fugitive and U.S. Marshals. He ends up getting killed, I think, in U.S. Marshals. But he's the one who has the gun go off near his ear when Tommy Lee shoots
Yeah.
the bad guy who's holding him hostage.
Mm.
And then he's upset with Tommy Lee Jones because he's like, get here out of my ear. And he gets over there, gets up close to him, and whispers in his ear, I do not negotiate. Did you hear me? Yeah. I forget the character's name, but he's great in the film. He gets smoked in this one, he gets shot in the head.
Oh yeah, here. For a moment, I was thinking, what?
Yeah, he was a minor movie star in the 80s. And he was in a little film written by John Carpenter that I like. It's a heist film about a car, souped up science fiction-y car with Linda Hamilton. One of Patrick O'Neill movies was the Freaky Friday male version, like Father Like Son, with
Yeah.
Dudley Moore and Kirk Cameron. I don't think I saw that movie. I think it was one of my
I did.
past.
And all that I can remember about it is I saw it. That's it.
The thing I always liked about Patrick O'Neill is he had just a look of authority to him. So he always plays great, like great officers in the military, shit like that. And he did. He served in the military. He was in World War II, as I recall.
Wow.
It was either World War II or Korea. There she goes, showing her best assets.
Speaking of assets, did you cover them, Martin?
What?
Her tit scene.
I
Oh,
sent
yeah.
you a message yesterday.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, but I remember that happened, and after I took the slideshow, I looked for it, and what do you know? This the slideshow skip it, so I didn't have to do
Really?
anything.
It's not that short. Okay. Because Gary panicked
So
when we reached that scene watching a movie. It's like, text Martin, text Martin.
So Gary Busey was 4 years out of his surgery after he was damn near killed on a motorcycle accident. And he got a massive TBI from that. And it's a miracle. Not only they saved his life, but that he was able to work. And his face didn't look fucked up, really, until the 2000s. As he started getting older, he started really noticing the shit going on with his eye.
Yep.
The
But-
right side of his face was all weird.
And during he had a, what do you call it, out of body experience. He died on the table, and they revived him, and he had an out of body experience that brought him to Jesus, but apparently not totally to Jesus, because in 1995 he had a massive cocaine overdose that damn near killed him again. And after that, he got in rehab and quit drinking and boozing and doing drugs. And so all of his crazy is just him. That's just him.
Yeah, it's a TBI. Even Jake once said in an interview that his father has been replaced technically after the accident. He wasn't the same guy.
Jake's a good guy because I'm friends with him on Facebook because I'm, working for Del Dye. And I've talked to him a few times, and just a sweetheart of a guy. And that guy loves his dad. I love the way he loves his dad. And that's why if anybody on my Facebook, if I post something about Gary Busey, they start talking shit about him, I delete it. I won't let people talk shit about Gary Busey on my page or in the group, our Facebook group for the channel. You can do critical analysis of his work, but if you're going to start talking weird shit about him, how crazy he is, it goes. I'll remove it. because I know Jake has been on our page.
And besides, it's freaking Gary Busey. He can do whatever he wants at this point. I love that guy.
Rolling Thunder was really his first movie, and I love that movie. We did it. Was it 2 years ago? I think. I love that fucking movie. I really do. William Devane, man, intense fucking movie. Tommy Lee Jones also played the hidden bad guy in Eyes of Laura Mars. That's right. He's the detective, and he ends up being the killer.
Oh. Christian DeLorme has been a
Hey,
member
buddy.
for 34 months. Thank you, Chris.
Outstanding, buddy. I am in a private mobile phone group, like chat group with people, and some of them don't know who the other person is in that group, and it's kind of funny. And Pope, I sent it to Anima. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, here we go. Like Pope wrote, "Hey Gary, good news. I'm on second shift going forward, so I can be both employed and be on PCM. LOL." I wrote, "Fucking sweet. I'll tell the team." And then this other dude goes, "What's a PCM?"
And then they come up with creative ideas, which is hilarious.
Yeah, and then it goes downhill from there. So one writes Pacific Coast masochists. The other one writes penis consuming men. I think Christian says what the name of it is, and he says, "I even own the shirt because he bought one of our shirts."
Hello, Penny.
Hi, Penny.
Good morning, Penny. So it made me chuckle, making up these fake meanings of PCM. Tommy Lee actually sounds like he's got a halfway decent voice in this movie. He did a movie not that long ago. What the fuck was it called? Where his son's in trouble with this drug dealer, and he wants to save his kid. And he goes and he takes all the money he's saved up over the years to give this gangster, played by the guy who got fired from Lethal Weapon TV show. And he's really fucking good as this character. And he offers him the money. He says, "All the money in this bag, if you leave my son alone." He goes, "That doesn't even cover the fucking interest for the first year." No. He says, "I'm going to keep fucking with your son. There's not a fucking thing you can do about it." He goes, "I wish you'd take this money." He won't take it. And he sets the bag down and pulls a gun out of the bag and just fucking kills everybody. Tommy Lee does. Fucking great scene, dude. And I got to tell you, man, Tommy Lee Jones doesn't require any makeup to be in the Planet of the Apes movies because he looks like a fucking chimpanzee now. I shit you not. He looks like a human monkey hybrid. It's fucking crazy. What was that movie called?
I don't know.
I'm looking for it right now. No, I'm in there looking for it. It's more recent than that. The Finest Kind came out in 2023. Let me see if I can find a picture of him in this movie, because it's nuts how much like a fucking chimpanzee he looks today. Oh, this is where he gets smoked, isn't it?
Not yet.
No,
I feel
not yet.
so bad for him.
He's an idiot, though.
Well, he's your typical fucking 18-year-old idiot that serves in the military that hasn't figured shit out yet.
He's heard gunfire, and he believes them when they tell him, no, it's just party poppers. He doesn't know the difference between those two sounds. That was weird.
Probably doesn't know what a party
Just
popper
buy him
is.
all this shit. Oh, come on.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Copy, paste, and go. And then I can share the screen. I swear to God, Tommy looks like he's part chimpanzee.
Okay, let me. Okay.
There he is.
Ah. What's the movie?
Finest kind, one word.
Good. Oh, we have Courtney in the house.
Hi,
Courtney.
Courtney. Hi, penis consuming man. That's PCM. That's PCM in the fucking chat. It fucking killed me. Was that you that wrote that? You shit pot. But
Would
look
put
at
it
him.
past her.
He looks like a fucking human chimpanzee hybrid. Man,
Yeah.
Come on, man. You're making the hybrids feel bad.
did you see it, Tom? I really do like that movie. Great ending. It's got just a fantastic ending for that movie. Wait a minute. What was he in Dirty Harry? I don't remember him in that movie. Was it like a walk-on part, no dialogue? I don't remember seeing him in that. Yeah, but you saw that comment. That fucking cracked me up, and I had to send it to Anima when he said it. Penis consuming man. 1971.
Oh, but I love this scene.
Oh my God.
Oh
This
God,
is, by
yeah.
the way, okay, I got to stop it here because this is what pissed Seagal off. And he refused to have him back because in the second film, the big surprise was that his character didn't die in that explosion. He survived the blast on that submarine.
The fuck? What is he, a Terminator?
No, he just survived it. And so the big surprise in the movie was when he shows up as part of this plan to take that, this heist on this train. And instead they got Bogosian. And don't get me wrong, I fucking think Bogosian's a really good actor. In real life, I don't know what I think of him as a person because he's been kind of an asshole. But I like his acting. And so he and I just forgot his name. Oh my God. He was in Dune. He was the werewolf priest in Silver Bullet.
Oh my God, yes. Ah,
Oh my God, man. He was in Quest for Fire. I know every movie he's ever been in.
yeah, but I
And I
can't
can't think of his
pinpoint
fucking
his
name. Oh my God. Let me just go look up Dune.
He was
Oh, man.
Stilgar.
Yeah, he played Stilgar.
Yeah, I just don't know who you're talking about at all. Sorry.
This is the mother of all brain farts.
Yeah,
Well,
it's called
maybe the
getting
second
old.
on.
Oh my God, he's not even listed on the first page.
Ah,
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh no, there he is. I found him. Everett McGill. And so he plays the character that Busey would have played. Kind of a Roy Batty type psycho. He's good. Look, I'm going to tell you, everybody in the movie was good except for Seagal. Seagal can't act. We're there to watch him kick people's ass. And one of the things that pissed me off was there was a scene where he fucks Everett McGill's character up the first time. And it was obviously sped up. And it was annoying to watch. The folksel. And does anybody know what a forecastle is?
No.
It's mentioned in Star Trek, Next Generation movie, the forecastle. And you see Geordie LaForge like, the forecastle? Like, what the fuck is a forecastle?
Oh, Tom Baker
What?
says that Tommy Lee wasn't in oh my god, Dirty Harry in the police helicopter.
Oh, that's where he's at in there. I'll have to go back and watch it, Tom. I did not recognize him.
The helicopter chasing Scorpio on the roof. Man, you have an incredible eye, Tom.
Yeah, this movie is only as good as Tommy Lee Jones and Gary Busey are in it. And they're the two that save this movie. Gary Busey is the guy you are absolutely rooting against. You kind of like Tommy Lee Jones' character, even though he's a bad guy.
Well, he's crazy.
Oh, yeah. But he's also angry. And he feels justified in what he's doing.
That's why you kind of end up liking him.
Yeah.
Because he's broken.
You sent people to fucking kill me. Did you think that after you failed the first time, we're just going to wait around for you to do it again? That's a great line. And I love that Gary Busey's name is Krill, Commander Krill. And he fucking hates the people he serves with because he got passed over.
Oh man, I like the part in which he makes the plan of, well, let's lure Ray back by putting the crew in danger. Let's drown the crew and to flush him out. And he called me and he says, "Man, you're willing to kill your crew." I said, "Well, they never liked me." I said, "Oh, and I bet that they love you now."
Man, Call Meany as a bad guy is so weird. Also, he's always Chief O'Brien to me.
Meany is a real meanie in this movie.
Yeah, but to me, he's Chief O'Brien on an away mission. I can't see any other character than that.
We joked about that his character is O'Brien on an away mission in disguise.
Oh, you have to see then Layer Cake anime. You're gonna love the meanie that plays.
You can actually say 4 Layer Cake because there's a 4 in the name where the A is.
Okay. But there's a 3 too, so 43.
The 3 is backwards. I think it's backwards.
Yes, you have a 4 and a 3, so 43 layer cake.
Wow, if you think about it, that's a big ass cake.
Mirror Universe.
Yes, Lasher Fred, and again, he was the best part of Predator 2.
He was. Originally, I think there was an idea that it would be like Arnold playing a character, but I think when they decided to kill the character, Arnold opted out. Mirror Universe O'Brien. There you go.
I love that.
You got it, Reed.
That's cake.
Anima, I feel that way about so many roles for different actors. I couldn't watch Broken Bad because all I saw was Hal.
Yeah, he's another one of these actors.
Well, I got to tell you, that first season I had trouble too, but the minute he goes villain mode,
yeah,
when he lets Jesse's girlfriend die, it changed for me. I was able to see him in different light. And also in real life, he's kind of an asshole. Funny as shit, though. He's a crazy lefty.
why are you?
Not your typical Hollywood liberal. He's lefty.
Why are you being redundant?
Yeah, I know. Well, I guess because if you say lefty, you do automatically assume crazy.
Yeah.
But if I say crazy, then you go, well, kind of crazy, and I'll go lefty.
Oh,
Go,
that
that
nice.
crazy. Okay, gotcha. Bingo. Yeah, I got to tell you, if you can make it to the end of season 1 and into season 2, it really, really works. But it is darkly funny. It's darkly comical at moments, and it has probably one of the most rewarding endings of a series from that period, because he dies, he gives his life for Jesse, and Jesse gets his life back and gets his own movie, which I like that movie.
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
do have to say that I loved one of my favorite fan theories is that when he dies, Hal wakes up from a nightmare. And there's been rumors because the kid that played Malcolm said that there's been rumblings of bringing it back for either a short run or for maybe a movie. And I'm like, I like that idea.
Here's the funny part. You know that that kid, which is not a kid anymore, he had some
strokes. He had micro strokes.
Yeah, and he can't remember any episode.
Any of it.
Oh,
he has flashes of memory, like people, but he doesn't remember like any of the scenes they shot. Part of his brain died.
That's so sad.
And it's really sad. And he was doing race car work when he started having these micro strokes. And so, as I recall, he had to stop doing it because there was concern that it was the driving fat that was causing it, or taking turns or some shit. But anyway, I pause it here because I wanted to. This is the scene where you see the phalanx gun shoot it down. It's done that Tomcat. I think that was a Tomcat, wasn't it?
No, an F-18.
F-18, okay. And he doesn't need to be doing that because the system tracks for you. You don't have to state the tracking. It's kind of redundant.
Well, you can track as fast and accurate as the computer does. Man, and when that thing fires, that is a ray made of lead. What comes out of it?
And by the way, the technical advisor on this film, I forget his name right now. He's the one who made sure that all the stuff was realistic, but there's a lot of talk because he said that he was a spook, and then somebody called into question if he was actually a spook, and he goes, well, that's what the people I worked for told me what I was doing. And it's so bizarre. And he ended up being called into an FBI meeting in the 2000s where he had to give testimony. And within days of his testimony, they found him dead in his hotel room.
What?
With it from blunt force trauma to the head. They initially said it was a heart attack, and then they reclassified his death as a homicide. And it's a mystery. Nobody knows what the fuck happened to this guy. And he was the technical advisor for this film. And he's kind of a con man, but still, all the shit he gets in this movie is done correctly. This is a scene where my boss is in, of course. He's on that round of tables. He was Casey Ryback's former commanding officer in the Navy SEALs.
And he put him on that ship.
Yep.
And he has to speak up for him. Like, hey, I selected that guy. I know him and I trust him, so stop it.
Yep, and that's Dale there on the right with the white hair. He's actually been gray since Vietnam. He grayed early, and he kept his hair dyed. Like Oliver Stone made him dye his hair for the movie Platoon.
I mean, it's something that actors do sometimes.
No, I do not, Gambit. And I blame Steven Seagal for why it's bad. Because he kept fucking around with them while shooting it. And the editor begged the producers to stop Seagal from interrupting them while editing. Because he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's the way they said it. He's ruining this. And they couldn't keep him away. And so the movie's all fucked up because Seagal. He wasn't happy when he made a bad movie before it with Fire Down Below, a movie about STDs, martial arts. There's Cole Meany. Love that guy. I do. I love him as Miles O'Brien. How much Brian is in this? Miles O'Brien. Miles.
Had to do that one.
Of course. Oh my God.
The fuck was that?
I don't know, but I liked it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. This movie is a great film. If not for this movie, Harrison Ford probably wouldn't have made The Fugitive. But he wanted to see Andrew Davis's work, and this was the movie that he was told to watch, and he watched it, loved it, and made it. It's the only Steven Seagal film to get an Oscar nomination. They had two. One for sound design, the other one for sound effects and sound editing.
It got the nominations despite
I said nominations.
Movie.
Oh, well, I don't know. It's a good film. And it got 2 nominations. It did win a few other awards, but it did not get the Oscars. Dracula took the Oscars for sound and sound design and sound effects. Then it was also nominated for another award, the BMI Awards, and it won. And the gentleman that wrote the score for the film, and he's not very well-known guy. Let me go find it real quick. Asian. What is that guy's name? Producer, composer. There it is. Gary Chang. Chang won the BMI Award. And he did Under Siege, The Island of Dr. Moreau in 96, a really bad movie. Another bad movie. He did Double Team. Does anybody remember that movie?
No.
Never
Anybody?
No.
In the audience? Anybody remember that movie? It's Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dennis Rodman.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't remember it with that name, and I saw that shit in cinemas. Oh.
Yes, I recall it was kind of like The Prisoner. He's going to escape this island. Oh, man.
Yes.
I fucking hate that movie.
And after before the first 10 minutes, I was regretting having paid the ticket.
Now he did.
That movie was bad.
He did work on another film I like, but I don't like a lot, but I do like it, is Point of No Return, which was the American remake of Le Film Nikita, which I prefer. I think it's a better film by every measure of the word. And he's done a lot of like small stuff. Like, he did the soundtrack for the miniseries Rose Red, which was a good show. I don't normally like Stephen King stuff, but that was actually pretty good. He did Sniper 2 with Tom and My Boss Again. Let's see. No, not good. No. Oh, he did the Kingdom Hospital series, which was kind of a Stephen King thing.
Yes.
And he worked on Left Behind 3. These are really bad. Oh, a lot of really bad movies. Yeah, just really, his career did not bode well for him. That's sad. A lot of low budget films. But hey, you take the work that you can get.
Yeah.
So he did take home an award for this from the BMI Music Award for Best Soundtrack. It also won Best Action Fight Scene at the MTV Awards for the Tommy Lee Jones Steven Seagal, which is the most nonsensical fucking fight scene I've ever seen in my life.
The knife fight, yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. Don't get me wrong, but that fight scene makes no sense. I like the original Danish series, Reed. It's I prefer the Danish series Kingdom, which was really good. The American version, which was adapted by Stephen King, I really felt it was a pale comparison. Yeah, this is everybody's favorite moment where she comes up dancing out of that cake. Probably, I would put that on a list of probably one of the most paused moments in films.
And you kind of forget that she made it on the ship because she has motion sickness, so they give her some meds, and she just disappears, and whatever happens. And
they drugged her.
She's popping.
Well, they drugged her. They drugged her. They slipped her a Mickey with those Dramamine, because it probably wasn't Dramamine. Knocked her out for a while. I woke up in the cake. Yeah, I saw Dracula in the theater too, and I was blown away by that movie.
Yeah. It became my favorite movie for years.
I could not believe that I said it, and I still stand by it, that the single greatest Dracula was Gary Oldman. And I love that he does a nod to Bela Lugosi in it. That too, when he did the accent, he was trying to be more from the region, but when he delivers the line, I never drink wine.
The pause, drink.
Because it's not in the book. That is only in the Bela Lugosi version. Snorty's got to go. Bye, Snorty.
Bye, Snorty. Have a nice day.
Bye,
now, this guy, I almost went to work with him, and things fell through because of the fire. And it was the fire, and I had to move because of the fire. And I was uprooted for so long after the fire, I didn't get to go back and work with him because he was very interested in my story, The Darker. He wanted to not only produce it, he wanted to play the old priest. A good actor. I think he lives in Texas now. And of course, he's the CIA agent who tried to have Tommy Lee Jones' character killed.
Oh, the guy's a scumbag. When they don't know if they can shut down the second missile, says, "Well, we can always put the blame on the on the cook."
By the way, that is not a modern submarine they have. That is an old World War II.
Yeah, a diesel one.
Diesel run submarine. There it is.
Yeah, his nickname is the Roadrunner because he's never been caught.
Meep. Never been caught. Meep. Grew up watching cartoons. He's just like goes off, man. This guy is a bullshit artist. His character. just goes off on this thing. He goes, you and your movement. He goes, oh, no. Your movement's over. And he goes, yeah, that's the thing with the movement. It ends. This is a revolution, baby. A revolution just keeps on going. And everybody like that's listening to him talk is laughing because they know it's all
Yes.
bullshit. Have to, what is this? I have to call Joel Silver and bring some Belgian chocolates. One of the things I've always liked about Joel Silver is that he bought one of the Frank Lloyd Wright houses there in Los Angeles for his office and uses the tile, the Frank Lloyd Wright tile, as his logo for Silver Pictures. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, he's going to explain how the selector switch works. That's going to pay off later.
Yeah, except he's talking about semi-automatic.
Again, people that say that show that they don't know shit about guns. Okay, it's
And
called
he's
an
supposed to be
automatic.
SEAL.
It's an automatic weapon. Doesn't mean full automatic. Automatic means it's an automatic loader, that it uses gas to do an auto eject and load. That's what auto means. And when you say semi-automatic, it just fucking annoys people that actually are gunsmiths, knowledgeable gun users, find that shit stupid. And if I hear somebody that says that they're knowledgeable about guns, I'll take them to the fucking mat for doing it. It's stupid and it's annoying. It's feeding into some stupid political thing. It's like, stop doing that. That's not correct. But it is referred to on your selector switch as semi. So they could make the argument there, but the fact is it's called automatic because it's an automatic loader, not because it's full automatic. It's full automatic when it's full automatic. Shit, cooking knives. And this is again showing just how stupid Krill is. He doesn't fucking see what's in front of him. Oh yeah, the opening theme to the cartoon. Yeah, Road Runner. The coyote catches you. Oh, yeah. There's Skipper. Shaved off that mustache too.
Yeah, that was a little weird seeing him without that.
Well, he's gone for a long period of time without it, but I was like used to it. And then this movie came out. I was like, oh, no fucking mustache. Oh. Oh, you're talking about a different song. I don't know the one you're talking about. I know the theme song from the show. Yeah. Now, originally, when they wrote the script, there was a naval battle that happens between the Nimitz and another small group of cruisers and this ship, but the budget couldn't handle it. The studio said no, and so they had to cut those out.
Good luck battling the Nimitz.
Well, it would have had them shooting down so many fucking fighters. Huh, okay. I like that movie, Something About Mary.
The theatrical version. The director's cut ruins the pace of the movie. As
I don't even
no idea.
remember. I don't think I've seen the director's cut. I've only
No, don't,
seen the theatrical
don't.
version. How'd you get the beans
Mhm.
above the
The sausage.
like that was funny.
As always, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, you have to watch it. She's not gonna like it.
One of those, huh?
It's a comedy. I don't date musicians and I don't kill people.
Then she saves his life by shooting that one guy.
Yeah, it's the classic setup where the guy's about to shoot the hero, and right as he's about to pull the trigger, gets shot by somebody off screen, and it's usually a woman. Did it in Blade Runner. They do it in so many fucking movies. It's ridiculous. It's so cliche.
Yeah, and then
But
his
I
answer
didn't
to
like
it is, next thing you know, you'll date a musician.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Courtney, the thing is, I don't like all kinds of funny. If it's too silly funny, I end up being annoyed.
And hates the Muppets.
Has nothing to do with the Muppets.
Hate the Muppets because they're fun.
No, they're creepy.
All right. So the guy I was talking about a little bit ago is Robert Booth Nichols. He was the technical advisor on this. And he's been called a con man. Was it? No, it's John Rutger. That's who it was. Is that the guy? I'm trying to find him.
Oh, Skipper again.
Yeah,
What?
he's in this a lot. And it's so cool to see him.
Yeah. Franks and beans.
See him actually do stuff, because in the last movie we've seen him, he's a door gunner in a helicopter, and seconds later he's dead. You wait an hour and 15 minutes to briefly see him and then see his body. This is much better. It's so cool seeing him in this. Courtney's on my side when it comes to the Muppets. That's nice.
How
I don't
dare
like
you!
puppets. I just don't like puppets. There's something creepy about them.
Again.
How dare you!
Because I dare. Because I give zero fucks about what you might think. You can judge me all you want.
Okay, here it is. Robert Booth Nichols. So I got it right the first time. Robert Booth Nichols, former espionage artist, alleged mob associate, con artist, was employed by Seagal as a technical advisor. He also appears in the film in a small speaking role. And he was found dead in Geneva, Switzerland, on February 16th, 2009, right after he had appeared in court. And you can actually find a Netflix documentary called American Conspiracy, The Octopus Murders, and he is considered one of the victims in that. Yeah, it says it here. Nichols' life and alleged activities have been the subject of the Netflix show. American Conspiracy, The Octopus Murders. He was in contact with journalist Denny Castellaro before the latter's death. At the time of his death, Castellaro was attempting to link the Inslaw affair with the October surprise allegations and the Iran-Contra affair and the Bank of Credit and Commerce International scandal into a grand unified conspiracy called the Octopus. And then he mysteriously died too. And then everybody just goes, oh, well, moving on. Involving yourself gets you killed in this. Oh, Meet the Feebles is a fucked up movie. Just fucked up. I've watched it. I enjoyed it, but it's fucked up.
Oh, yeah. If that is the description for it, it sounds pretty fucked up.
Yep, it's on crack with STDs, absolutely. And it's done by the same man who made the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I think it just landed itself on my no thank you list.
He did some weird shit. He did some weird shit before he did the Lord of the Rings films, Peter Jackson. Because he also did what was considered one of the goriest movies ever made, is Dead Alive, where he goes through a room of zombies with a lawnmower.
Okay.
He's cutting through them. And I got to tell you, The Frighteners is a good movie. I like that film. You watched it with me, and Arlie Ermey's in it. He's the ghost drill sergeant. The ghost drill sergeant. Jake Busey is the psycho serial killer, and he's the ghost of death, killing people that are marked.
I got so excited when he turns up as the ghost drill sergeant. That was the best part of that movie. Having him in like that.
The craziest movie I've ever seen is The Dark, 1979. And yeah, it's a pretty weird fucking movie. Oh, going to see that at the Greenbrier Theater. The poster was really cool. And that's why I went to go see the movie, because that poster kicked ass. Here, let me show you. Here's the poster. That's just cool artwork. Cool. That movie is trippy as hell. Oh, the ear and the custard? Yeah.
Sounds nasty.
It's gory.
It's so weird how freaked out she is by everything that's happening. She just turns into a soldier like that. Weird.
The Bernie Casey's in this too. That's another actor that got a little bit of screen time in this movie. And Ding Chavez, before he became a Marine, he left the Navy after this movie and became a Marine. And became a Marine sniper, Marine recon. Yeah, Anima is so anti-gross. She's never farted.
Jesus Christ. You know, I can take a lot of gross stuff in movies. I can handle gore. But just as an example, when he spits into his pot in the beginning of this movie.
I was going to say that.
That makes my
If I'd
skin
had a-
crawl. That is just too gross.
Right before you were going to do it, I was going to go, yeah, but how about when he coughed up that loogie in his
Yeah.
stew pot?
That is just, that's a level of gross that I can't handle.
Now, what would have been funny is if the autocorrect said hazmats. That'd have been hilarious. Autocorrect hazmats. Yeah, you didn't like that either when he spit in the pot. It was so gross.
Yeah.
Because you did, it wasn't just the part. It was when he snorts, make sure
He
that he
did it
gets
in the
some snot in there.
grossest way possible.
I remember somebody telling me back in the 80s, because I did a painting of him for my CFO. I told you the way I paid for my training in Kimbo was doing artwork for my Sifu. I did all the artwork for the floor and then helped them put the, what do you call it, the lacquer over top of it and buff that shit out. And then I did portraits of all of his favorite martial artists, from Bruce Lee to Steven Seagal, because he really did, love Steven Seagal's style. He loved Aikido. Aikido was part of what we were studying in Kajin Kimbo. Because basically, the bow at the end of it means traditional kung fu, but it also means all of the other additional arts that is included with the bow, and that includes Aikido. And that's where I learned to do that one move, the Adini move, which is the one that Seagal uses. You see him use it constantly. And I learned how to do that. I was like, fuck, this is cool. And in fact, my buddy Mac, because I was explaining to him how to put somebody in a quick hold. I said, yeah, if you take a swing at me, I can have you in a hold and on the ground in about 2 seconds. And I said, go combat speed. And we went combat speed. And I took him straight to the fucking floor with that move. And he's like, teach that to me. I went, okay. I taught him how to do it. The one thing I love about Kaji Kimbo is there's no such thing as a block. If you can block, you can strike. So your blocks are actually strikes doing damage. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think there's 2 scenes that use that in the movie. And it's beautiful if it's done correctly, because that's what they did for Superman with Christopher Reeve for his flying scenes. Many of his flying scenes were done with front screen projection, Introvision. Good one, Gambit. Look at Skipper. What's funny, and I said this to him one time, I said, I saw those decorations on your chest. I said, clearly that's Navy, not Marine Corps, because Marine Corps doesn't give that many fucking medals out and ribbons. They're notoriously stingy with ribbons. And Marines make fun of the Army because we get ribbons for like everything. I learned how to sharpen a pencil.
Yeah.
You get a ribbon.
I tied my own boots.
Yeah, I learned how to tie my boots. I got a ribbon. Bruce Lee claimed in 1901 interview that he didn't believe in styles. Yeah, that's why he developed the Jeet Kune Do system, because he believed that styles failed you. That if you focus on just the style, you aren't going to be able to fight. And he wanted to create a martial arts system that wasn't a style, that was effective, that took the best moves from every form. And he would study all the time. Like he learned shit from Trek Norris and integrated into Jeet Kune Do. People think that they had only just met before making that movie. They know he and Bruce knew each other very well. And then one day he called him up and said, I want you to be this guy that I fight in the movie. And Trek was like, well, who wins? He goes, well, I'm the star of the movie. I win.
Dumb question.
He didn't think there was such thing as a Japanese way of fighting. He ended up learning a lesson though in that because Dan Inosanto corrected him because he did not respect Japanese martial arts until he went up against Dan Inosanto. And not just Inosanto, Sonny Chiba too. And that's where he ended up picking up nunchucks from. And he mastered them. The only thing that was weird, though, when you watch him in movies doing them, his eyes are constantly doing this shit while he's swinging the nunchucks. It was weird to me. Because I learned like 3 different kata forms with the nunchucks. And I learned how to do like some really cool moves with the nunchucks, the over the hand, the behind you shit where you've got the chuck going forward on one arm and coming backwards on the other, and it's fucking cool shit. And but learning the techniques is nothing. You have to learn how to use them. And when you hit things with nunchucks or eskrima, I also learned eskrima from my sergeant in the Army, Tom Parker. He was one of my senseis. And he taught me arnis, Filipino stick fighting. And one of the things he taught me was, now you've learned the technique, now you have to learn how to hit things and use that technique. And learn how, because when you strike something, the stick is going to react a certain way and you have to learn to move quickly with it. That was fun. This guy's also a really good villain. He kind of reminds me of one of the guys in Die Hard, and I can't remember which one it is, but it's one of the tech guys. Remember
Theo.
who it is, Martin?
Theo.
That's who it is. Yeah. I love this old World War II sub, man. Those things are so cool. They blow the shit out of that. And he, according to the second script, he was supposed to come back, Gary Busey's character, Commander Krill, to get his revenge or try to get his revenge. And because he also studied martial arts, there's supposed to be a fight scene between them. And that ended up being recast to Everett McGill because Seagal said, I will not work with Gary Busey again because he dressed up as a woman in that movie. And he did not like that.
Dick move. That was funny.
I thought it was hilarious because she was knocked out, so they needed a woman.
The funniest part is when he's still in that costume and he flips because in his file it says that he has psychological problems. And he screams at them like, do I look like I have psychological problems? I'm like, yeah, you do.
Or I think you could also say that Jason Statham would also ask it the same way. Did you eat yet? Jeet yet? Jeet yet? That's a good joke. Courtney made a good joke. I like that one. I remember one of the funniest things that happened to me in the military was when this guy was bristling with me, just bristling. He was like, feathers were all up and he was just looking at me. And I looked at him. I said, I'm not going to fight you, dude. I will hurt you. And he looked at me and he goes, you think you're so bad? And before he finished the word bad, I just took my finger and I poked him in his fucking eye. And he went straight to the fucking ground and started crying. I shit you not. Just a quick jab. I didn't drive it inward to injure him. I just poked him in his eye. And I said, you see? And I just walked away from him.
Jeez.
And I tell people all the time that in the military, there's this pecking order, just like in prison. I always say being in the military is sort of like prison, just a lot less of the graping going on. But there's a lot of fucking throwing up of feathers. And if you can't hold your command as a soldier, sergeants, they've got the rank. But if you're a squad leader, you're pretty much the same rank as a lot of the guys around you. So you're given what's called a junior leader position. You have to fight for it. You have to prove that you own that position. And I had to put guys on their ass all the time. And it just became like, oh, again? Like another one? It just gets so fucking annoying. Oh, this is the scene where he sabotages it, isn't it? And then they get him with the hook. Yeah. They start throwing that fucking hook over the side and they get his back, pull a chunk of meat off of him. Yeah, but instead of finding artifacts, historical artifacts, he just makes a really good pie. Anima was like criticizing his use of knife work when cooking. And she goes, a chef would never do that. I said, he's not a chef. He's just a lowly cook. She goes, cook wouldn't do it either. You didn't like his knife work, did you? Anima. God. He's fucking with the cat right now, feeding the cat.
She's busy founding the anti-Muppet fan club.
Yeah. I have not seen any comments yet from Christian. Is he still here? Are you still here, Christian?
Chris,
Sorry,
if
I
you're
got a
here,
phone
give us
call.
a sign.
No, I
Did I
was
miss something?
telling him how you didn't like his cutting of vegetables and stuff.
Oh, he's hacking at them. Nobody who knows
Yeah.
how to cook would cut vegetables like that. They're uneven, they don't cook evenly. It's bullshit.
Hey, Courtney, I hung out with a retired Air Force guy for the last week. He's been staying here at the house. It's one of Brad's old best friends. And so he hung out, and I love going out there and talking to him. We would just have these great little debates. He knows how to debate and argue. It's not a fight; it's a discussion, and I like that. And he was a lot of fun. But we were talking about military stuff, and even he said, "Man, like when we were telling stories, he goes, man, I was in for 20 years, and I didn't have half the fun shit you had at just 4." Like, I know, shit was always not to me, but happening around me. And I was always observing what people were doing, and it made for great stories later. Okay, so here's what I told him, and he just died laughing when I told him. I said, when I joined my unit, I was originally with an infantry unit out in Virginia, and I transferred out because I was engaged to a soldier in California. So I had to move to California and transfer to a different unit. I went from National Guard to Reserve. And the reserve unit I was with was the 308th Med Ambulance, and we shared a strip mall with the MASH, 921st MASH, which we always referred to as the 920 Worst. And they had one end of the strip mall, we had the other right next to the tarmac at McClellan Air Force Base. And I didn't know that until I was there, that there are other branches on post. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. There's some like other units over there. And I'm like, that's so fucking awesome. And we shared that post. It was Army Reserve units and National Guard units there at McClellan, which is a close tie-in because the Marines and the Navy are tied in, and the Army and the Air Force are tied together. And it was just a lot of fun. And so my first day there, they take me to the chow hall there on post at McClellan Air Force Base. And it looked like a fucking steakhouse. We go inside, it's wood, dark wood, with those fake sconce electric candles, torches things. They're electric. And I'm walking around like, where are we? And they're like, yeah, this is the chow hall. I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna fucking haze me. This is not the fucking chow hall. This is something else. This is like an officer or some sort of club that I'm not supposed to be in, and they're gonna fucking leave me. And so I did not take my eyes off my sergeants the whole time we're in there, because I thought they're gonna fucking leave me and I'm gonna get in trouble. and it's going to be a ha 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 got Gary thing. And we sat there and nothing happened except for these guys came walking in with it's the California style shirts like you'd see on the Beach Boys, and they're blunt collars, really short collars, with stripes, pinstripes, and it was just very California. They came walking in with hair touching their ears, and one had a mustache that went all the way out past the lip, and you can't do that in the Army, but apparently you could do that in the Air Force. And I'm sitting there going, like, who are those guys? Like, what's going on? Who are those guys? They said they're Air Force, and I'm like, I looked at that and I went, they can have hair like that? And yeah. And they can grow mustaches all the way out? Yeah. Oh, I went in the wrong branch, man. I hated that we had to keep. I looked like Adolf with my little fucking pencil thin mustache. And in the end, we got steaks. It was like a fucking restaurant. And my God, the Air Force has some of the best fucking food I've ever seen in my life.
You just sounded like Higgins when you said, my God.
My God. Yeah, we're gonna do that movie, and I've never watched it. I couldn't sit through it because he reminded me too much of my dad. But I think now that I've come to a point where I really miss my dad, I could probably watch that movie and not bother me. It's the one scene that really got to me is where he's walking up behind him and bounces the basketball off the back of his son's head. And I'm like, I had that happen. I'm telling you, man, not fucking funny. Yeah, they're trying to fix that guide plane up there because it's stuck and they can't submerge while it's stuck. So they think they killed him. I love this shit. They keep underestimating him every single turn. What's this? It's that actor Clifton Powell from Menace to Society, Dead Presidents, and NYPD Blue. Experience with casting director like, come to my office, fuck me in the ass, and I'll give you the role. Or the other way around. Yeah, I can't stand that shit. And Seagal absolutely was one of those guys. He wanted to bed these girls. And he had one of the most beautiful women on the planet. He fucking beat her.
Yeah.
Abused the shit out of that woman. Her name's Kelly LeBrock.
Yeah, the lady in red.
She was
the woman in red.
she was the woman in red, and she was also the ultimate sex goddess in the movie Weird Science. God, she's so beautiful, man. Is she still alive?
I think so.
Yeah, I saw her surgery looked really weird. She's one of those people. I just wish she had let herself age.
It never works, really, when they do that.
Yeah,
Always makes them look bad in the end.
that's her in Weird Science. Great song by Oingo Boingo. Weird Science. Just a gorgeous lady, very classy. She's in that movie, Wrongfully Accused, which was a comical send-up of The Fugitive. There she is in Weird Science. And there she is in his fucking movie, playing his love interest. I've heard that the song to this, The Lady in Red, is one of the most hated songs of all time.
I don't remember it.
I don't know it.
He's gorgeous. Oh well. Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones, man, is the star of this fucking movie.
Hmm. Somebody's feisty.
No, she agrees, I think.
That's why I always say, you should keep rocks around.
Oh no.
Can't believe you said that, you asshole. I found my squirt gun the other day and used it on her when she went Rocket Kitty. She was not amused.
I bet not. Yeah, there you go. My creation. Is it real? Oh yeah. Danny Elfman, man, he wrote some great fucking songs for movies. I'm not that big a fan of his compositions, but I do like his movie music. Now, when you see a guy in his dress blues from the army with the rope, that guy's fucking Ranger all the way. I never watched it, Reed. I've never seen it. I can't remember when it came out. To be honest, I just don't remember. What's this one? Wes. Yeah, he's in there. Vernon Wells. I've tried to get him on the channel. I'm going to get back with Tom again and see if we can get him on the show because I'm a big fan of his. One of my favorite films he was in was Shrimp on the Barbie. I thought he was
That
great
sounds
in that.
weird.
It's a movie about a guy from East LA played by Cheech Marin, and he goes to Australia trying to fucking start a life there. And he meets this girl that he really likes, and he has competition with the guy played by Vernon Wells. He's a local rugby player. Oh, absolutely. I never give up. I did get a yes from um, one of my favorite character actors. Let's see if I can show you who it is. There he is. All right. Pull that down. I'll show you. Daniel Roebuck has agreed to come on the channel. And I got to figure out what movie I wanted to do with him because he's in some great movies, man. But one of my favorite films he in, it's a bit part, is and maybe what I'll do is I'll do some recording with him too while we have him, and we can record him talking about being in Bubba Hotep because he's the mortician that keeps collecting the old people's bodies in the movie. But I love Daniel Roebuck. A lot of people don't know he was grandpa in that terrible Munsters movie. Let's see if they show that here. I thought he actually did a terrific job as Grandpapa. Did you see that, Martin?
I'm not sure what movie you're talking about.
It was supposed to be a pilot for a new series, but it just never. They said no. They said
No,
no.
I have no idea.
Here it is.
Oh,
Rob Zombie's The Munsters. And I'm glad they said no because I got to be honest. I don't want to wish them not to have work ever, but it was not very well done. But that's him as Grandpapa. That's Roebuck. It was good. I thought he was good. The show was terrible. Not his fault. But we're going to have him on.
Nice.
Very likable guy. Very funny guy. And we have mutual friends. That's how because I talked to my friends, Denise and Dave Dorman. And because I'm friends with both of them. And I said, hey, guys, I'm going to approach Daniel Roebuck about interviewing him. Is it okay I mentioned that we're close friends? And they went, oh, yeah, go right ahead. I went, okay. So I did. I said, we don't know each other, but we have mutual friends. And I've interviewed both of them because I love them both. Shit, Denise has gotten me some great gigs over the years. I should start bugging her again for some of those little contract jobs.
Oh, yeah.
My only problem is so often that they deal with, I hate doing vector art. I fucking hate doing vector art. And the last 2 gigs she got me was doing vector art. And I'm like, oh my God.
Sometimes it's just a paycheck, Gary.
Well, it's so fucking time consuming doing vector art and trying to make things look 3D without using 3D. So what I do is I create 3D models and put them in the background and then do my vector art over them so they're accurate. But God, it's so time consuming. It's work. It's work.
Yeah.
I hate doing work.
Sometimes work
sucks. What I do should never be work.
That's why I opted out from being a musician, Gary, because I didn't want music to suck sometimes, and every job sucks sometimes.
I got to go back here. This is the knife scene, and as cool as this looks, it looks like they're having a sword fight with knives. Tommy is using a butcher knife. Butcher knife. While the knife that Seagal is using is a commando knife that was made specifically for him for the movie by that great knife. What do they call those? Knife ears or blade masters? I don't know what they're called. But he made the knife for this. He made knives and swords for other movies. Just incredible creator. What are you kidding about?
This fight lost me when he bites Tommy's blade. That makes
it
no
was
sense.
So fucking crazy because he bit it blade in.
That was
side.
Nah.
And I'm like, no.
And Tommy just lets go of it. It makes no sense.
Yeah, because he lets go of it. Like
given him
his teeth could hold that.
Yeah.
And him not. No, that was.
He
crazy.
lets go instead of giving him a Glasgow smile.
But
that's so weird.
But I love the way they they had a prosthetic head of Tommy Lee Jones. They did a mold of his face.
Get stabbed,
stabs that blade down into his brain, and that's where you want it because that's the fontanelle. It's if you put a blade in somebody's head, it is the place
he gouged him
right here.
And then the guy is dead. He's got a big knife in
but he puts him into that broken machine thing.
Like, that's another Steven Seagal typical move in his movies. When he kills somebody, he has to do it in the most sadistic way possible.
Mm-hmm. Well, I liked what he did in Above the Law. Okay. When he grabbed, what was his name? He was in The Manchurian Candidate.
Liev Schreiber?
No, the original.
Oh.
Not that fucking shit. Fuck you. Fucking talking about that. I love Liev Schreiber, by the way. Henry Silva. Henry comes at him with that knife, and he's fighting being drugged because they drugged him. And he gets up and he bends his arm down and snaps his fucking elbow backwards. That was fucking awesome. I enjoyed the shit out of that. because this is a guy that enjoyed torturing people. Henry Silva's character. So this is it right here. This tomahawk. This tomahawk would have been shot down by Pearl ships. What do you call them? The CIWS gun systems, the phalanx gun systems would have shot that thing down before it got anywhere near them. So they kind of like neglected that. I mean, you're sending a fucking tomahawk to Pearl Harbor where every ship has that on it. Those automated shoot down systems. You just kind of go, you know, you're watching a movie with the filmmaker. Davis, don't those ships have? Shh, no. But they have no. Oh wait, is Rick? Wait, hi Rick Howard. Is Rick Howard here?
I haven't seen him.
I don't see him in the chat. Yeah, what was cool about the fight was when you hear them, they're doing quick movement back. Rick, that is a friend of mine from Blade Runner stuff, man. What's up, brother? Man, I love this guy, Rick Howard. Every once in a while, he'll post something, and I'll make some brilliant Blade Runner comment. I still gotta walk around and piss on things to show that I still know what I'm talking about, right, Rick? Rick's just a good guy, solid dude. I met him through Gary Willoughby. I think that's right. Rick, didn't I meet you through Gary Willoughby?
I think he left. He says he got to run.
Oh, man. All right. See you later, buddy. Yeah, I love Rick. Good dude. Known him for years. I mean, I look back because when I started Blade Zone first in 1995 over on Angel Fire, and you can still find the pages over on the Wayback Machine website through archive.org, or is it internetarchive.org? I love Internet. That shit, man. Internet, yeah.
I think.
We're going to be doing a Blade Runner watch along. That's the plan. We're going to do it in November, but with what's that website again, Martin? Discord. Discord showing its cards acting like a complete piece of shit. That they're run by leftists. I'm not sure how to do it.
I don't think I even have that anymore.
No, I removed it off my computer. I won't use them anymore. I should delete my accounts with them.
Well,
because they are pieces of shit for what they did.
This not only that. If you don't want to go into that sort of thing, at least keep in mind this one. Their real business is to record all your conversations, audio and text, and then sell them. Yes. That's their business. That is why it's free.
I do not like that. I do not like it at all. Blade Runner 2049 moved me strangely in the same way. I liked the film. Gary did not. Gary Willoughby, the guy that took over Blade Zone, he did not like it. Whereas I did, but I had big problems with it. I didn't like that Tyrell Corporation was gone. I felt that was a stupid move. and bringing in this other guy. That guy should have worked for the Tyrell Corporation, not buying him out like Elon Musk. I just thought it was stupid. It didn't work for me. And I also disliked the fact that the city looked completely different. And the visual tone was different from Blade Runner. And you need to have that DNA for it to feel like an actual sequel. And therefore, the film didn't feel like a sequel to me, despite having some great stuff in it. And I really liked the character of Agent K. I thought he was really cool. I loved the subterfuge of making him think that he was Rachel and Deckard's kid, only to find out it was all a ruse, and he fell for it. And then he ends up giving his life to bring Deckard and put them together.
I still like to think he survived. In my head canon, he survived.
I wanted to think that too, because I liked the character, and I was hoping that we get a sequel and get into what was happening here, which was a revolt, a revolution.
Mm-hmm.
That there was going to be replicants versus humans. We have a right to live.
He's a fucking replicant. He's made to endure. He can survive that wound.
I was hoping so, but according to the filmmakers, he's dying on the stairs. He lays there, and they play Roy Batty's death music over it, which I thought was pretty. And it's the one time I didn't fucking hate that cocksucker's compositions, because he used to be a good composer, and then he started doing the shit in the 2000s that I can't stand his music now. Hans Zimmer.
Oh, yeah.
Where everything's droning. Blade Runner, you want that. That's, Vangelis created that as part of the texture of the film, is that drone sound. It's part
But
of the
Zimmer does it in
soundtrack.
every movie. And it's just
Yeah, but it worked in that one.
Not in every
Because he did a really good job of imitating, even though Vangelis was still alive at the time. I thought that was odd, but they brought him in and he imitated Vangelis' style perfectly. I thought it was a great soundtrack. And so everything in it. And the other thing is the visual effects were done differently than the way they did them in Blade Runner. So therefore, it doesn't feel the same universe. But I still thought the spinners looked cool. Sid Mead designed them. He's like, this is 20 years later. So we're going to show the evolution of the spinner. And I thought that was kind of cool that they got a little more compact in the back and made them 3-wheelers instead of 4-wheelers. I thought that was kind of cool. I liked Kay's spinner a lot. I have it over there in one of my boxes. I need to get my spinners out because I have several spinners. Plus, I have the Blade Runner blaster that Deckard has.
Take them out
in the
for a
movie.
spin.
Yeah. I absolutely agree with you, Tom. I don't trust him. With what he did to Dune, any good grace he had with me as a director lost, because he fucked up Charlie. Okay, I can't thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with him, is it's the same problem that Christopher Nolan has, where he wants to overthink all the time. And instead of focusing on good stories, they focus on being clever. And I'm not impressed with being clever. I'm impressed with good writing. Are you in that group too, Ariel? I wonder if she's in there, in that group, because that just fucking cracked me up when two guys fucking bounced up with that.
I'm the
Was
true
it,
evil of the stream. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I take that as a compliment.
That is Anima with her Muppet hating ways. She's the true evil of the stream. Evil, evil, I said. Oh, Grandpa, you said that about everything else. I know. I just want attention. I think that's one of my favorite moments in all of the Simpson history. There's two moments that just live rent free in my head. That moment with the doll. That doll is evil, evil, I says. Oh, Grandpa, you said that about all the toys. I know. I just want attention. That just lives in my head. The other one is with Homer when it's again one of the Halloween specials. It's the one where all the characters from Pet Boys and Lard Boy all come to life and they're wandering in the city, creating destruction and havoc. And Lard Boy shows up at his house and he stole the giant donut out of his hand. And it's in his living room full of water, I think. It's like a little pool in his living room. And Marge goes, oh, for God's sakes, give it back to him, Homer. He'll leave us alone. And he's okay. And he gives the donut back to Lard Boy. Lard Boy gets the donut back and he's so happy. He raises it above his head in joy and then brings it down and starts smashing the houses and the cars with it. And Homer just sits there watching him rampage down the street. He goes, do you ever get tired of being wrong? She goes, yes. That lives rent free in my head. And there's another one that was from a non-Halloween episode where each one of the characters is trying to say there was a lesson to be learned from what happened. And Homer just looks at me and goes, what are you guys talking about? It's just a bunch of stuff that happened. No fucking lesson to be learned here. Yeah. I never know about Rodriguez because he's the one who fucked up Book of Boba Fett. He's the one who created those biker kids. They were so fucking stupid with their multicolored bikes. It was fucking dumb. I loved it. I went over to Corridor Crew. I had a membership with them, so you can go watch not on YouTube. They won't post on YouTube. This is on their website where they can say whatever they fucking want, and YouTube can't gank them for it. And they just fucking destroyed Book of Boba Fett, ripped it apart, making fun of those bikes. It's dumb. It's anti-Star Wars. They have things of bright color in the desert. Like, just dumb. Rubber, 50 foot. Yeah. Hello, Marge. Hope you like my book. I call it No TV and No Beer. Make Homer go something. Yeah, that was the Shining or the Shinin. You mean like the Shining? No, the Shinin. We don't want to get sued. Yeah, good stuff, man. That was back when they had really good writing, and that was when Sam Simone was still producing the show. When he left producing and being the showrunner, that's when it began to fall apart, and they brought in that whole idea of how do they write Homer? Well, we're going to write him as if a dog could talk. They said moron, and it died for me. I lost interest in the show.
Yeah, I mean, because a retard would work in a nuclear plant. Yeah, right. Sure. Fuck off.
Yeah, so
I lost interest. Watches the Halloween episodes because they're good.
Well, the Halloween ones are always good. Yeah. I have yet to see a bad Halloween episode. I might be wrong. There might be one out there. And are they finally going to end that show? I hope they do. They need to end that show. Look, Hank Azaria lost his fucking mind when he agreed to end Apu. He should have surrendered it to an actual Indian actor that could do the voice. And it's fucking stupid.
But wasn't it a fact that the Indian community had no problems with that character?
They had no problem with it. It was
one
in Hollywood.
No, one guy. It was just one guy.
No, it was three guys, including the guy that he was in the Marvel Gods movie that was terrible.
Yes, and in Kenobi show.
He's terrible. I fucking hate that guy. He was one of them that stepped up, and what's her name from Community? the Indian chick. I mean, fuck, man. The way she treated her brother in real life, man, what a piece of shit she is. She was also outspoken advocate for ending that character. That it was an insulting character. It's like, then make it not insulting. Don't take it away. It's the only representation of an Indian character, and it's a very good one. He's a family man, takes care of his kids, has his own business. He's an entrepreneur, for Christ's sake. And that's bad somehow? They're fucking idiots. I can't stand these activists. Homer saved the nuclear power plant more times than you did. She
What
is
is
out.
that even supposed to mean?
I don't know. She's out for you right now.
I spoke up for Homer because it makes no sense making him dumb with the job that he has.
Yeah, because he fucking works at the nuclear plant. Them making him dumb. I get your point exactly. I agree with you. But they stopped. They eventually, from what I understand, the last 5-6 years, he's back to being old Homer and not a fucking dog that can talk. Guy who started complaining about Apu is the guy who does the Netflix Castlevania and The Devil May Cry. That might be why I've never watched either of them. We'll say that's why, Reed. I'm sticking to that story, Reed. So don't quote me saying anything else. I'm not surprised. They don't. I saw the trailers for them. They looked awful to me. And that, by the way, that is one of my favorite ones. The shinning. That was a really good episode. I love those things because sometimes the main characters get killed. I think that's great. It's like, and they're back the next episode, like South Park with Kenny. Like nothing happened. Yeah, can't. I like that. Can't murder now. Eating. That's great. It's no time. No time. I gotta eat.
That could be a line from you, Gary.
I know,
You're eating,
no
you're
time.
incapable of doing anything else.
Yeah, I'll murder later. I'm eating right now. Because I'm serious, man. When I'm gonna eat my supper, man, I don't want any fucking interruption. I want my food, and I want it when it's hot and tasty. Wait, what's this? Yeah. The whole episode at the ending about Maggie. Yeah. Yes. I'm going to get every single one of those episodes and just watch them all. We should do an episode on that, like on a Saturday. Like, just talk about all of the best moments from the Treehouse of Terror. Because they've got some great fucking moments, man.
I like that idea.
And what we could do, Martin, if you are up for it, is we can pick which ones we like the most and do a little slideshow of that segment from that episode. What do you think?
Yeah.
Are we talking normal Saturday show or the members only one?
Normal Saturday show.
Okay.
On the members only, I kind of want to talk about stuff that's interesting and new, like current. I wouldn't mind doing reviews of films just for our members. And we love you guys. We appreciate your memberships and hope that you guys are getting notifications that, except for last Saturday or the previous Saturday when I got sick, we are going to do a show every Saturday for 1 hour and talk about something. So what was this? Oh, and the whole episode at the ending. Yeah, do it for her. Where are we? I need to get caught up here. Grandpa, long, interesting life. You have some good stories. Grandpa, no, goes in the wrong room. Yeah, those are classics, dude. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, we'll do that on a Saturday. Just do the best of the Treehouse of Terror. Like, I really like the one where they took the whole family on the spaceship. That was funny as hell.
How
What
to
were their
cook
names? I forget
human.
their names.
How
Yeah.
to cook 4 humans. How
What were
to
those
cook
2 aliens?
40 humans.
40 humans. What
And
what was those aliens' names? Do you remember?
oh man, you destroyed me with that one. Kang and
Hang. Yes.
I can't remember the other one.
I'll look it up real quick.
Kodos?
Kodos. That's it. Kang and Kodos. You got it, dude. That was really good. Not kudos, Kodos. Yeah, there you go. Just gonna keep flipping back and forth, Martin?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? Seriously, man, I think that'll be fun. Animal will even enjoy that because those episodes are the best. And even when they went DEI, I still get a kick out of those fucking horror, Treehouse of Terror episodes. So, again, before we go, I'm going to go ahead and read this again for you guys because some of you guys weren't here at the beginning when I read it. My boss, Dale Dye, is in the movie, and this is what he sent and shared. He had a bunch of doctor's appointments, so he couldn't jump on the show with us today. So he wrote, lead actor and martial artist Steven Seagal was responsible for me being cast as the commanding officer in the popular action film. When we met, he indicated that he was a fan of my roles as a military man and told his producers to hire me sight unseen. That was it. He had the role. I didn't get in on much of the action, but I did get some good screen time as a Navy SEAL Captain David Garza, Seagal's former CEO, who vouches for his character. I spend most of the time issuing orders via radio phone during Seagal's fight against the brutal terrorist played by Tommy Lee Jones. And he's worked with Tommy Lee Jones 4 times, Dale Dye has. And in the film, and the action nominally takes place aboard the battleship USS Missouri, which was headed for dry dock when it and its complement of nuclear-tipped missiles were captured by the bad guys. It was a good role and led to a spot in its sequel. Captain Dale Dye, USMC, retired. Very good guy. I love working for that man. So he went for some stuff dealing with his heart, and I went to the doctor today to have these frozen off. So they will fall off soon. There it is. These
How long
are
does it
like,
take for them to fall off?
I don't know. I've never done it before. Moles
Yeah,
usually fall off within a day or so, but these aren't moles. So, and it took her a while. She wasn't the sprayer wasn't working, so she had to get a wood cotton swab, a long piece of wood with cotton on the end, dab it into the liquid nitrogen, and dab it on my arm. And I'm like, "Is this supposed to hurt?" And she goes, "Yeah, it's supposed to hurt." And I'm like, it's not hurting. She goes, "It will hurt." I'm like, "I keep getting told that, and I never feel anything like that. I feel a pinch, but then I said, but my sisters pinched harder than that, and that didn't bother me. They thought it would bother me. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Pinch me all you want." I remember one kid grabbed me like he was trying to tickle me because I didn't wear green on St. Patty's Day back in high school. The kid ran up behind me, grabbed me, yeah, and I just turned and I looked at him. Like, "What are you doing?" He's, "I'm tickling you." I'm not ticklish at all, and it's true. 99% of my body is not ticklish. There's one spot, and if you touch it, I will punch you in your fucking face.
And I know where it is.
She knows where it is. My daughter knows where it is. She accidentally, she was walking on my back to pop it and hit that spot, and I bent backwards like a banana, and she just thought that was the funniest thing she'd ever seen. Only emotionally. Yeah, I'm extremely emotionally scarred. I just saw you're joining Latino Slant's birthday stream. He is. Did he send me an invite? I have not been over there.
When is
I would
that?
love to hop in there. I love Paulie. He's a sweetheart, man. I fucking love that guy. I watched his latest rant, and that was a really good rant. And I agree with WDW Pro. I watched the trailer today for Mandalorian and Grogu, and it just looks like a TV episode, not a movie. I'm like, you're going to want
Disney
people to,
doesn't know the difference between those.
yeah. And it's sad. They don't fucking understand how to
And
make a
that,
movie anymore.
yeah. And that was one of my main concerns when I first heard that Disney was buying Star Wars, because I said, "Oh my God, they only do a good movie, and then 20,000 direct-to-video sequels. I don't want that for Star Wars," and that is precisely what happened.
Okay, I don't see anything here. Let me go over to the Pop Culture Minefield account, see if he messaged us over there. Looking to see if Polly messaged, because I'd love to pop into his stream for his birthday.
Is that today?
I don't know. Foul Ball Production sent me a link. What's this? Dude, Layer Cake is one of my favorite movies. Just did a video on it. Oh, then I got to get him on when we do it. All right, I just invited Foul Ball Productions. I don't see anything. Nothing from Polly. Did you see something that says I'm going to be on there?
But where, Tom Baker? Where is it's on X? It's on.
I am not. Hold on.
Yeah, I think that would be
Oh.
a post on X where he tagged you.
Oh well. Let's talk about that later.
Well, I'm looking now. Yeah, there you go. He is standing up for Gina Carano. He's doing a good job standing up for her. I like that. Uh-oh.
Gary,
Mando
did this.
reshoots. Then it probably wasn't me.
Just be in chat and he might send you a link to join.
Well, I will message him that hey man, I'd like to join you for your birthday.
Hello, Venkman's girl.
It's Venkman's girl. Oh man, she's my favorite.
But I think
I just wrote him. I told him I would love to be on his birthday stream. I fucking love that guy. Paulie's the best. He really is. Just a sweetheart of a guy. It's almost like he's too nice sometimes. I kind of get irritated with him when he's like too nice about things. I'm like, stop being nice about it. It's okay to call him out on their bullshit. But,
you mean a certain actor with a mustache?
Yeah, because I don't like the way he kind of stands up for that cocksucker. I really don't like him as a person. Not Paulie. I love Paulie. I'm talking about the actor. I have a big problem with that dude.
Well, how about we should wrap up?
Yeah, he's messaging me right now. So it's such a bad fucking movie. Wait, what are we talking about? Gambit? Which movie?
Dangerous Man.
Dangerous Man.
I don't know that movie.
It sounds so familiar.
Maybe you're thinking about Johnny Dangerous.
Oh, Steven Seagal. Yeah. Look, dude. After 95, Seagal was done. I saw Glimmer Man, and I thought it was funny as shit. I like his co-stars that he gets in those movies, like Tom Arnold in that one. Was that Glimmer Man that he was in?
I don't
I forget
remember.
which one he was in. Tom Arnold's in one of them. Back when Tom Arnold could make me laugh, now I just think he's a fucking piece of shit. I don't think. No, I haven't seen that movie, dude. There's nobody in that movie that would make me want to see that movie. Nobody. All right, so we're gonna get out of here. Thanks for being here, guys. We deeply appreciate it. I want to thank Snorty, who already took off, Tom Baker, Slasher Fred, Mephisto, who I think left already, Read by Nature, Andy Morrow, Gambit 1987, Christian Delorme's Vinyl Revival. He's been with for how many months now? 37?
Yes. No, I think it was 34.
Yeah, I think
Something
34.
like that.
34. Of course, Penny was here. Courtney, love you, Courtney. She's so awesome. Rick Howard, a good buddy of mine, known him for a while. And Bankman's Girl. Bankman Girl, thanks for dropping by at the end of the show. You're always late. Better
Some
late than
people
never,
work.
though. Jobs. You know, if you're a fan of this show, you should watch while you're at work.
Okay.
Be in the chat while you're working. But I work in a hospital. Even more of the reason. Show us to your patients. Cheer them up. Anyway, I appreciate it, guys. You guys are awesome. Joe wasn't able to be here today. We miss him when he's not here. And Pope, I was hoping might be here today, but no, I guess he'll be joining us to do the show. And he may be able to do even one of the afternoon shows. I'll check with him what days he works. I'd like to get him on Wednesdays with Joe, too.
He said something about doing second shift, so that doesn't sound like he will be able to do afternoons, just mornings.
Yeah, because that's usually 3 to 11. I'll find out. I'll talk to him. Anyway, everybody, have a great day today. Thanks for hanging out with us and talking about the movie Under Siege with Steven Seagal. And we'll see you guys next time. Everybody have a great day. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Nah.